come out with a 3 tight end look on the first play of the drive. They will run for the first time with Miles Sanders. That's about as exciting of a 1-yard run as you're going to see, finding a way to dodge that first would-be tackler. But again, just 1 yard out of it.
Brings up 2nd and 9.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
On 2nd and 9, Wentz. And they will not get the connection there. It's incomplete. So trouble already here on their opening drive. This is 3rd and 9. Working from the gun, Wentz. Eluding the pressure right. Got a man complete. This is Richard Rodgers. And he's going to be stopped here a few yards short of the first as the tackle is made at the 33. It's a gain of 6, but not enough, as he'll be forced to punt on their first drive of the game. And how about the call here? They need 2 yards in their own territory on 4th down, and they're going to go for it. They'll try and throw for it here. And the Broncos get there and take him down. That time, Bradley Chubb shooting in there for the sack.
Result of the play is a turnover on downs.
They'll run. This is Melvin Gordon. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
He's got exactly what you're looking for, the ability to not just diagnose a play and quickly, but to make a play as well. Nice job there tackling him for a loss.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. From the gun, it's Locke. And that one goes incomplete. He's maybe lucky it wasn't a fumble as he got hit as he threw it. The turnover put him in great field position. They don't want to squander it with 3rd down coming up.
No, not at all. And you know what else you do? You make your defense mad.
Yeah.
They got you the football, gave you a great opportunity. You got to cash in and get some points.
The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. Shotgun snap to Locke. A bullet throw, but incomplete.
They certainly had good starting field position on that drive, but couldn't do anything with it after 3 plays. Have to admit that that's a disappointing end to excellent field position. When that drive started, they had 6 points that they were thinking about.
Locke to throw for it on 4th. And my goodness, this is incomplete. The Broncos unable to convert here on 4th. And the Eagles defense able to hold.
Brendan, let's file this play away for later. Let's note this play because, to me, it's not out of the question that the decision to pass up the 3 there could come back to haunt them later on.
1st and 10, and kind of tipping their hand at running the ball. 3 tight ends are out there. A solid run on 1st down. Gain of 7 leaves them with a 2nd and 3. Well, you often say that sort of opens the playbook now, 2nd and short. What do you think, early shot here?
I like where you're going. Obviously, we've been together for a while because you know me. I want to take that shot early and loosen things up.
Play fake to Sanders. Now here's Wentz, escaping the pressure right. And down he goes. They bring down Wentz on the sack.
Carson Wentz sacked. A loss of 6 yards. And it's 3rd down. 3rd and 9.
Now Wentz on 3rd down. And the pressure gets to him again. Bradley Chubb able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon. And that is the 3rd sack this offensive line has allowed this first quarter.
Yeah, that puts him on pace. Let me do the rudimentary math here. To be sacked 12 times in a game, I know he's not going to go for that. I wonder if it's going to reshape what they decide to do on offense in terms of play calling.
Well, I can tell you what, when he popped up, shaking his head, frustrated right now behind center. A big kick there. We'll call it 56 yards on the punt. And the Broncos take over, 1st down and 10. So now the 2nd drive offensively coming up for the Denver Broncos. And on the last drive, they were in field goal range. They just opted not to kick it, didn't get it. How does that change the mentality this go around?
I don't think it changes much for the head coach because this is what he preaches all the time. Attack at all times in any spot on the field, and he likes touchdowns, not field goals. Now, your field goal kicker, you got to make sure you nurse him through and say, okay, don't worry about it. When we need you, you've got to be ready to go. And the team, of course, loves to see points on the board, so let's see if it changes a little bit if they're in the same spot again.
Yeah, we'll see what the decision is here if they get to that spot. Cortland Sutton, first-time Pro Bowler. He was the intended target, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
No. 80 weapon. Watch 49. Hey, defense, let's go. Shit. Check. Lucky. Orbit. Go. Who's that?
Throwing again. Lock. Toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete. He was looking for the rookie Jerry Jeudy there, but now it'll be 3rd down.
Another incompletion there. That's 5 in a row now to start this game. He's got to take a deep breath now, step back, shake it off a little bit, trust his offensive line, and hope that his play caller dials up something that can give him a completion and get him going.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions.
49, guys. Mike, 49. You
Lock working out of the gun. Got a man complete. It's Hamler. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Well, that's one way to convert on 3rd down, picking up 26 yards. So finally completes his first pass. Credit the defense, though. They've been showing him some different looks, keeping him off balance.
Yeah, I like the observation that you have there, because when you give him different looks, and you give any quarterback different looks, it takes just a little bit longer to process sometimes, and you don't throw the ball with the same confidence. You're not sure that that's where you should go with the football, and that's worked for the defense early in this game, and now he's got his first completion. Let's see if his confidence comes back.
Open man Hamler, that's complete. And he'll be taken down at the 2-yard line. Add the gain here to the previous play, and it's better than 40 yards total.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
And it'll be a minimum pickup here as it will take us to the end of the first quarter. Good first step there defensively, but they're still knocking on the doorstep, so maybe another run here?
I think so. One of my favorite coaches used to say, son, if you can darn near lay down near the end zone and get in, give me my best power running play with my best back right now.
They'll try and punch it in. Gordon. And he will take it in for a Bronco touchdown. adds our first onto the scoreboard here this afternoon. Well, we had the scoreless first quarter of play. We sure didn't have to wait long into the second quarter to get some action on the scoreboard.
So was the first quarter a feeling out process? I mean, that was an interesting quarter, wasn't it? Because we had some action, we had some good play, just didn't have any points. So now it's game on.
Fielded near the back of the end zone. And he'll be dropped at the 21-yard line. So bringing it out of the end zone proves not a good decision. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. This is their third drive. Right now, maybe not about points, just about getting something. They haven't gotten a first down yet in this game.
It's a mental barrier you don't think about until you go a couple of drives without getting a first down. Then all of a sudden it looms big. It gets harder and harder to actually attain that first down.
From the 22, here's 2nd and 8. And now the first throw for the backup quarterback. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
Here's Hurts to throw. Caught by the tight end Hurts.
Hurts pass.
And he's not going to sniff the first down here. He stopped at the 25. They stop him for only 3 that time, and that'll bring up 4th down. They're going to try and throw. Dancing to his left. And Jeffrey's got it. And they work this well upfield across the 45. 21 yards there. A big play on 4th down.
We talk about mobility on quarterbacks all the time. Here's where it really pays off. Able to move, evade, and is accurate throwing on the run and picking up a first down.
They show run with 3 tight ends here on 1st down. They fake the give. Now Wentz looking deep for his tight end Hurts. And his guys are going to get the football at the 23-yard line.
And that's a great example of ball skills right there, partner. You and I do a lot of games, and I can't tell you how many guys look to run with the football before they've intercepted it. So that's a nice job of focusing on the task at hand and coming away with the interception.
Locke and the Broncos going to come up 1st and 10 at their own 23. After the turnover, here's Locke. This is Hamler on the receiving end. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. First down yardage on the first play of the drive. Give him 14.
You always worry about those smaller receivers running through that gnarly patch of land in the middle of the field. But he did a really nice job there holding on to the football and protected himself as best he could while completing the play.
Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. Operating from the gun. Locke. He completes this to Sutton. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2. 8 more yards this time coming off back-to-back first down pickups.
I know a lot of Denver fans are really excited about the possibilities for Cortland Sutton now that Drew Lock is entrenched as their starting quarterback. Remember, last season, the last 5 games with Lock as the guy in charge, the team went 4-1. I think they'll only get better and better. As for the season, Cortland Sutton had 1,112 yards and 6 touchdowns with 3 different quarterbacks.
They're going for Hamler, but this is intercepted. Picked up by Jalen Mills. And they will finally get him down as he's all the way to the 36-yard line. That was just one of those interceptions from our perspective here. We got a good view at the 50-yard line mid-level that quarterback and receiver were not on the same page.
Just by his reaction, I'm talking about the quarterback, he expected something different from his receiver, whether he expected him to break in, out, deeper, shorter. They'll determine that on the sideline. But bottom line, you could see that he thought he'd be in a different spot, except the defender was not his intent.
Under a heavy rush rush, and down he goes.
I'm starting to feel for that quarterback back there. I mean, you know me. Normally, don't have a lot of empathy for the QB, right? In this case, definitely. He's been under constant duress this entire game. I don't know how he's surviving back there.
And to think, there's still a long way to go in this football game. Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. And that's going to be caught for an Eagles touchdown. Deshaun Jackson. 37 yards. And the Eagles are within an extra point of tying this thing up. On for the extra point, Jake Elliott. It's up and good, and we're tied at 7 here in quarter number 2. The long touchdown pass gets them 6 on a very, very tidy 2-play drive that time. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. Takes this about 5 yards deep. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20.
Take over first and 10.
We see Drew Lock in the offense coming back on. And it was his interception on the last drive that wound up leading to a game-tying touchdown.
And somehow you can make this a positive, though. You know why? Game tied now. So you're not protecting a lead. So you're not playing that way. You've got to go get the lead again. So maybe it loosens him up a little bit and allows him to go ahead and be a little more free in his play.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. He's got a man complete. Past the 20. And all the way home for a Broncos score. Cortland Sutton, an 80-yard touchdown. And the Broncos have taken the lead.
Brandon McManus lining up for the extra.
One play, 80 yards. Pretty easy drive to recap.
It certainly is, but not so easy to execute. Starting on your own 20, you want something to kickstart your drive and get it off to a nice start. They went for the whole thing and got it. That's a great way to send a message to the opposing team.
After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Alshon Jeffrey working his way back out there now to help lead this offense. They've got to be thinking, how can we get him a little bit more involved here? Second quarter, you're down, and really, he's been out of the mix.
I would agree with that, and oftentimes you hear, well, we're just taking what the defense is giving us, but sometimes that's just not good enough. Sometimes you have to take what you want, and that means getting him the football.
Yeah, so far just a single catch in this game. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down.
Well, switching gears for a second. Look, Charles, we know it's part of the game, but injuries, again, a big story in Week 5. Most notably, of course, Dak Prescott. Pretty severe ankle injury that's going to keep him out the remainder of the season. And that's really just the latest in what has been a tough year already. Gosh, you could probably build an all-pro team, Charles, with some of the guys who have gone down.
Yeah, an all-pro team, and at worst, a Pro Bowl team, because you're talking about names like Saquon Barkley with the New York Giants, Cortland Sutton with Denver, Marlon Mack, Indianapolis, Nick Bosa, San Francisco, all of them injuries that have them lost for the year. Michael Thomas got hurt in the season opener with New Orleans. We haven't seen him since. Nick Chubb with Cleveland on IR. Christian McCaffrey with Carolina. They've all missed significant time, so it's been a tough year for injuries. Some teams are playing around them better than others, and we'll see how it goes the rest of the year, but we wish all these guys who are hurt a speedy recovery.
A good position to be in here, second and inches. From the gun, it's Hurts. Looking middle, and it's incomplete. The Pro Bowl tight end Zach Ertz, the intended target, and it's third down.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
And he will have a first down at about the 21-yard line.
The tackle.
Now a timeout called for by the offense as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this first half. Out. They'll throw on first down with Hurts. Jeffrey with a catch left side. And he takes it down to the 10-yard line. Now the Eagles will use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop him with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. So not quite a first and goal. It's first and 10 from the 10. But first down, Hurts. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. From 10 yards out. And the Eagles are within an extra point of tying this thing up.
Jake Elliott on for the point after.
CD for them. This has just been an offensive explosion here in the second quarter.
Yeah, held scoreless in the first quarter. Now they find the end zone again here in the second. Sometimes you just have to have some patience. A lot of people think it's always an adjustment and you have to change what you're doing. Sometimes you just have to do your game plan just a little bit better, and I think that's part of what we're seeing here.
This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away.
And this carries into the end zone.
And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee, and they'll bring the football out to the 25.
The Broncos and Cortland Sutton heading back out there.
Making his presence felt early in this one. First half, already over the century mark.
How about the yards per completion, too? That's a pretty darn good number there. Number of catches, but he's shredding defenses, getting big yardage with each and every one of them.
A little under 30 seconds to go. We'll see how they play it here on first and 10. From the gun, Locke, got a man open, it's Sutton. And they work this well upfield across the 45. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half. A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for first and 10.
Let's go, defense. Let's go, defense.
Operating from the gun, Locke. And he's going to have the hook up to Sutton. Now the Broncos going to use the second of their timeouts as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number one.
First and 10 at the 35-yard line.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down.
Come on. Whip. Watch the whip. 49 to Mike. 49 to Mike. Hey, let's get this. Dudes. Check 13.
From the gun, Locke. Flush to his right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. And that is intercepted by the Pro Bowl corner Darius Slay. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. Time here for likely one play, and then these two teams will head to the locker room all even.
And you know the play caller's just feeling it right now. Let's go ahead and go for this one. A big shot down. Nope. Guaranteed the head coach is like, don't get crazy. Take the knee. Let's get out of here. Tie game. We'll just start all over.
So they had the big loss on that first down pass play and facing a second and long. They'll throw now on the final play. Looking deep for his tight end, Ertz. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's third down. Due to time constraints, we move you forward in today's broadcast to the beginning of the third quarter.
For Philadelphia.
And ready to get the party started for the second half. It was an even first half, all tied on the scoreboard.
This will make it into the end zone. ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
Broncos take over 1st and 10. At their own.
Drew Lock once again leads the Broncos out.
And he's had some time to chew on that interception he threw on his last drive back in the first half.
Well, normally we say, want to get him right back out on the field and play again, right? But as you mentioned, had the halftime, had to stew about it a little bit. Maybe he'll have a chance to relax a little and kind of laugh and chuckle and let it go.
He'll hope to respond positively here to start the third quarter. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. It's a first down, his 4th catch of the game after having 3 in the first half. And nearly picked off there, almost intercepted. Instead, 2nd down.
Well, as we normally do, let's look ahead to what's to come here in the NFL for Week 6. Some changes to the schedule in this most unusual season. But, CD, I've earmarked a few here. I've got Cleveland and Pittsburgh, Green Bay and Tampa Bay. Of course, that's going to be a lot of fun. Arizona, Dallas, Monday night. And then you got Buffalo, KC moved from Thursday to Monday to account for Buffalo playing on Tuesday in Week 5.
Yeah, let's just go ahead and start with that one because that Buffalo-Kansas City game, as you mentioned, was originally a Thursday night feature game. Then they moved it to Sunday, and then they had to move it to Monday because of the juggling of the schedule in this most unusual season. Arizona, Dallas, Monday night, that feels like an old school kind of a game, doesn't it? And now we'll have Andy Dalton at quarterback for Dallas. And Green Bay, Tampa Bay, that's simple. Aaron Rodgers, Tom Brady. And Cleveland, Pittsburgh, how great is this now to feel like it's the old AFC North battle with Cleveland fully in the fight?
And now the 3rd down throw incomplete as well.
So 1 first down on that drive, and that's it. Forced to take the deep shot on 3rd down and couldn't hit it. Now they have to punt this one away.
Here's Sam Martin now as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. He'll send this one into the mile-high air, and it's a good one. Oh, he takes it in, doesn't let it bounce. He takes it at the 2. That's going to go in the books as a 55-yard punt. Well done. And the Eagles will be backed up deep to get the drive started as they take over 1st and 10. So here are the Eagles now as they get set for their first possession of the second half. First half showed us some pretty good offense. Tie game, we'll see what the second half brings.
And it'll be interesting because I think both sides feel pretty good about what their offenses are doing. Got to wonder what adjustments are being made defensively to try and get a spark and maybe slow down the other side.
But here, do you change up anything on this opening drive?
Not offensively, you don't. You got everything going your way. You've probably prepared for maybe some change-ups you might expect, but overall, you like what your game plan's showing you.
And oh, look at that, a diving catch. A good rally to the football keeps him to only a yard, and it's 2nd down.
1-yard gain brings up 2nd and 9.
2nd down, here's Jalen Hurts.
His throw incomplete. He was trying to get it to Zach Ertz that time, and it's 3rd down. So, Charles, tie game here. What are your keys as we continue to play this second half?
I know people think it's always trite when you say the same things over and over, but they're tried and true in the game of football. Who's going to block better? Who's going to tackle better? In this case, to me, it's turnovers. You've got to take care of the football in order to win the game.
And brought down, but not before they're able to get it up to the 25. 12 yards is the pickup. Good for an Eagle first down.
Well, we got a second here, Charles. Let's play believer, non-believer. I'll give you a couple teams off to surprising starts. You tell me if you believe that they will continue that way. And let's start with the Browns at 4-1.
Non-believer last year, believer to start this season. Believer even after they got whacked in the opener by Baltimore. I think they'll contend for a playoff spot.
Okay, the Bears, same record, 4-1.
I still want to see more out of this team, but I like how their defense plays. Still need consistency on offense.
And then lastly, what about the Panthers at 3-2?
Oh, one of the great stories in the early going. Non-believer, because I think their division's too tough with Tampa Bay and New Orleans. But boy, I like what they're doing so far at 3-2. Way better record than what people thought.
And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
This has certainly been a physical game so far. Limited scoring opportunities for both sides. And there's another chance that goes unfulfilled.
So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3.
Throwing. It's Hurts.
And he finds the tight end, Rodgers. And he's going to have the first down, yardage to the 35.
It's a gain of 3.
Only 3 there on the pickup, but that's enough to move the chains. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. He'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. 10 yards there and an Eagle first down.
Boy, an effective play there, getting their wideouts involved in the run game.
And what they're always hoping on that type of a play, that they can get to the end of the line and have a chance to turn it upfield as he did there. That means they controlled the blocking and took care of the defensive end or the outside linebacker to give him that lane.
And I guess I need to clarify, I said getting their wideouts involved in the run game, but of course that was actually a pass as he popped it forward. On 1st and 10, it's Hurts. There's the former quarterback, Greg Ward Jr. Now the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down. A gain of 8 there on the 8th play of the drive. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. Sanders here as they run out of the gun. And he's going to get this one down near the 45-yard line.
Miles Sanders, the Eagle ball.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
So 3rd and inches, and this will be the 9th play of the drive. Hurts. And he's got Rodgers. And he will have a first down here at about the 40. And that'll be enough to keep the drive moving forward. Another first down on the pickup of 5 yards. Under a minute to go in this 3rd quarter as they come up 1st and 10. Shotgun snap and then the give to Sanders. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. 17 yards and a first down for Philly.
Jackson. It's a gain of 17 yards. First down.
Right back to Sanders on 1st down. It's Kareem Jackson making the play defensively.
The tackle made by Kareem Jackson. 4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6.
Play action. Here's Hurts.
15-yard line.
Complete left side, the tight end Rodgers. And he is out of bounds, getting it down to the 10. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
First down.
So not quite a 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10.
Welcome back now to Denver. All square, 14 apiece to score as we get ready for the 4th quarter.
So not quite a 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10.
And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off at the 20. He's at the 50. The 30. 10. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Bronco defense has a touchdown. In a tie game 4th quarter, that's about as big of a defensive play as you can possibly make.
And it didn't happen by accident. That was scouting right there. They've seen things that have happened before. They knew in certain situations the type of plays they like to run, read it, and were able to go after the football, get it, and take it into the end zone for a touchdown for themselves.
Brandon McManus to kick off for Denver.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away.
Taken in the end zone. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 21.
Here's the Philadelphia offensive unit now as they head out to take over possession.
And can they regroup? That's the question. The pick 6 hurt, no doubt, but this is still a 1-score game here in the 4th. Hurts and the Eagles come up here 1st and 10
at their own 21. After the pick 6, they go right back to the air. Flushed out right. He's going to let this go deep for Jackson. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on 1st down, but he couldn't reel it in.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
The wide receiver.
They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up. A nice play design there with the touch pass. Looked good at the start, but bottom line, the defense was ready.
And they did a nice job scouting, didn't they? Not just scouting, but now executing once they saw the play for real after having worked on it all week in practice. They drilled on the play, then they drilled him.
He'll be brought down by the Broncos. It's a sack. Von Miller in there to get him for a loss of 9 yards, and that also leads to 4th down.
Brandon, I think you understand the type of afternoon this offensive line is having. It is a long one for them. Long for you to spend it with me. Long for them trying to block those guys. They've given up a whole lot of sacks, and the speed and quickness of that defensive line is eating them alive.
The Broncos take over 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
Denver's offense ready to go again.
Their defense got the stop, forced the punt, and now you really start to monitor the clock as they nurse this slim lead. So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. Here's the 3rd-year running back, Phillip Lindsay, and he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. The drive starting with a 1st down, 11 yards on that pickup. Now, I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense.
And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by Rodney McLeod. And he's able to take this one back to the 36-yard line.
1st and 10.
A seismic shift in momentum here in the 4th quarter. That's the break that the defense needed.
And you know as well as I do, people are going to question the play call in that situation. Sometimes you have to question the execution, not necessarily the call. And in this case, those defenders found a way to give their team a chance.
And he won't get much. Maybe a couple. Down inside the 35 to the 34.
Yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8.
2nd down. Here's Hurts.
Incomplete.
Hurts pass.
Quarterbacks work all the time on manipulating the defense with their eyes and their head movement. In this case, he just stared the receiver down. That allowed for excellent coverage, able to knock that one away.
Hurts sets up to throw it.
And this is caught by Jackson. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Deshaun Jackson, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Eagles are within an extra point of tying this thing up.
I know Paul Revere talked about by land or by sea, right? You know, 1 by land, 2 by sea. He didn't mention air because right now we're seeing a big-time performance, aren't we? That's 2 touchdowns so far in this game.
Where'd you pull that one from?
And, you know, every now and then I actually listened in history class.
And you're just a scholar all the way around. You're reading all the time. I like that you fit that into the broadcast.
You know, I just grab a nugget when I can.
For 1st and 10. At their own 25-yard line.
Here's the Denver offense now as they get set to take over here.
Well, they just gave up the score to tie it. That's the bad news. The good news, plenty of time in this 4th quarter to try to grab that lead back.
Try to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And he couldn't hang on. Would have been their 4th pick of the game. Instead, 2nd down.
It's now 2nd
An
and
incomplete
10.
pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
Watch safety creep. Watch safety creeping. Safety's creeping.
To throw again. Lock. He'll let this go deep for Sutton. And that one almost intercepted. Far too loose with the football here. Nearly a 4th pick. And it's 3rd down.
3rd down and 10.
There is something to a game plan with trying to keep a defense honest. With a guy with that type of speed, you do so. Send him deep. Try and throw some air under it and hope you connect downfield. On that play, they were unsuccessful.
49, guys. Mike, 49.
Throwing his lock on 3rd down. He's got a man. It's Sutton. That's complete. And they work this well upfield across the 45. Great way to convert on third down there. 21 yards the play. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
Block now on first down. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Nate Gehring. And they will take over at the 29-yard line. So how about that for a momentum switch?
We're in the fourth quarter, and it's a tie game. You've got to take care of the football here. Now their opportunity to take the lead right out the window, and everything is flipped in the other direction.
Hurts and the Eagles come up here 1st and 10, just shy of the 30. Now right away, he'll look to throw. And the Broncos get there and take him down.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. Getting down to the good stuff. All tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports. So it's Eagle football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Throwing is Hurts. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Justin Simmons.
Justin Simmons.
The rookie was trying to push it downfield, but the safety bit him.
And he'll learn that you have to hold the safety. And you do that with your head movement, your eyes, sometimes your shoulders. Hold the safety so that you can get back to the throw that you really want to make. He got so excited thinking his guy was open that he made it easy for the defensive back to go get.
And he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown. From 6 yards away. And the Broncos use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6.
Hey, that score deserves our respect, deserves our excitement. But I'm looking at the clock, and I'm thinking there's a long way to go in this one.
Ideally, they would have liked to milk a little bit more time off. Now on the other sideline, you start to get the crew together and say, this is what we practiced the 2-minute drill for, right?
Yeah, you hope you've been in that situation before, and if you haven't, you just have the confidence, hey, let's go down there and get this thing done. But, boy, that's a big score right there to give them the advantage.
Hurts and the Eagles now. Down 28-21. A little under a minute 50 remaining. They need a touchdown and the PAT to tie it as they come up 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And he can't hang on to it. That would have sealed it. Instead, 2nd down.
It's now 2nd and 10 at the 20.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. He'll look to throw. And that is incomplete here. So back-to-back incompletions, now 3rd and 10. And first things first, before you think about marching the ball down the field, you got to move the chains.
You're exactly right. Got to get back into focus here. Get the first down. That's what's vital to them.
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
Blitz does come. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a 4th down. Well done.
It's 4th down.
Down 7, and they've got to go for it here on 4th down. He's back to throw. And no, it's incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Broncos are going to get the football back in great field position. So now let's look at the situation. They do have all 3 timeouts remaining, so barring a first down, they could conceivably get the ball back.
So now it's all about defense and stopping the clock. Don't give up any yardage, right? Use your timeouts. And your offense always practices going downfield without timeouts. You know, those 2-minute drills, most of them are run in practice without the benefit of timeouts. They want to make it as tough a situation as possible. They're in it right now.
Incomplete.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. To throw is Locke. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down. A chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. Back to throw, Locke. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by Avonte Maddox. And he's going to return it to the 21-yard line. And you have to wonder, Charles, a game like this, 5 interceptions, what does this do to the psyche of a young quarterback?
Well, based on the fact that he's still out there and he threw a 5th interception, I'm wondering if his head coach believes that he's really strong mentally and wants him to play through it.
And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game.
On the play. It's 2nd down.
So now 20 yards to go on 2nd down after the sack. Work to be done. They'll look to throw. And his throw is incomplete. A.J. Bouye, the fine cornerback, there to make the play defensively.
A.J. Bouye on the coverage.
As a defensive back, you have some weapons at your disposal that we don't often talk about. And you can read the receiver's eyes, you can read his hands, and you know that the arrival of the ball is imminent. And that allows you to make a play on it and oftentimes knock it away.
Back to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And, oh, a crusher there as it's intercepted. A.J. Bouye with a pick. And they get the football. They'll set up shop at their own 49-yard line. Certainly not what he was hoping for, Charles. That's now 3 interceptions in this ball game.
But there's a lot of knowledge to be gleaned every time you throw an interception if you do things the right way. And hasn't there been a pretty darn good quarterback along the way who threw a lot of interceptions early, learned from them, and became great later?
Who would that be?
That'd be one Peyton Manning. Threw 28 his rookie year. That's the NFL record. How things turn out for him?
I think okay. He's a guy in all the commercials now, right?
Yeah, I think he's doing okay.
Lock to throw. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
Incomplete.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Now Locke. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Now the Eagles will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game.
The 28-yard line.
They'll actually throw it with Locke. They'll find Lindsey here. The Eagles will take their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this 4th quarter.
At the 25-yard line.
That first down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7.
54 is Mike. 54 is Mike. Check, check. 154. 154.
Again, it's Locke. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on. 3rd down.
So much about defending the pass is being able to be right there at the moment the ball gets to the receiver, and he was right in his hip pocket, helping force that incompletion.
On 3rd down, Locke. This is Hamler on the receiving end. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. A big pickup there, and without question, that should be more than enough to wrap this one up. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Good positioning, and it's picked off. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
At their own 20-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. Critical condition here, obviously. Got to hope to get something quick right and then maybe take that shot deep.
And once they do take the big shot, you've got to worry on defense. Of course, no one getting behind.
Hurts fumbles it. And the offense will get this one back. Boy, that could have been catastrophic at this late stage of the game, but they avoid disaster. And we will get a timeout with 2 ticks left. So they keep the football, but now face 2nd and long. One final shot. They'll look to throw. And it's incomplete. So their final drive comes up empty. And with that, the ball game is over. Well, going into the final play of this game, they knew that they needed some type of a miracle there at the very end, but they couldn't get it done. However, we were treated to really a spectacular affair.
Even though they didn't finish it off, you're exactly right. They took us down to the last play. We're still, you were wondering, could it happen? Possibly, even though we both knew it was a long shot.
So that'll do it for us. For my partner, Charles Davis, and all the hard-working men and women on our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL right here on EA Sports. The Broncos are winners as we say so long from Denver.